Welcome back to the Marvel Movie Minute, a daily podcast in which we smash apart the films of the Marvel Cinematic Universe into 1-minute chunks so we can analyze them in scrupulous detail. I'm Kyle Olson from the Road to Infinity podcast.
Hey, and I'm Rob Cabasco. And Kyle, I can't even. No,
really?
I'm
already?
No,
you can't even.
The Lion King.
Oh,
and I'm not talking about the glorious, fantastic animated version. I'm talking about the recent one that was.
Oh, okay.
I want to talk
the expressionless animals cut.
Oh, we're familiar with this, right?
Oh,
we're
yeah.
Familiar. So, as beautiful as that movie is, and I know it made a ton of money because of the kids, it's reintroducing that story, and it is a wonderful story to a whole new generation. But
great cast.
I mean, come on, right? I mean, just all this. Even the jokes were better with Timon and Pumbaa. Like, I mean, all of that. But animals don't emote.
No, they don't.
And when that happens, when you try to emote them, or you just, I don't know, weird stuff happens, just awkward moments happen that take you out of a story.
Mm-hmm.
Why do I bring that up?
Is it because another odd CG expression choice is going to happen here in minute 98?
A couple, but one in particular.
Yeah.
That really, this might be almost the totality of the discussion for this minute.
Just one expression.
Anyway.
So here we are at minute 98 of The Incredible Hulk 2008, directed by Louis Leterrier. And you think we'd be talking about all the action, the fisticuffs, the punchy, but no, really what is defined by one unusual expression. But before we get to that, let's pick up where we left off. Does the Hulk get to his feet? Answer, yeah.
Yay!
Like, why would you think he wouldn't get to his feet? Of course he can get to his feet. So he gets to his feet as Betty gets Ross standing. So like they sort of cut back, like Hulk is getting to his feet, and they cut to Betty getting Ross on his feet. So it's like, all right, the old warriors are getting ready to.
I did like that. I did like that.
So then the Hulk starts walking over to the chopper to check on Betty and stuff, and he's limping. I thought that was a really nice choice on their thing. Like he's feeling it. Like he's not like Hulk, Hulk ready to rumble. Like Hulk's like, Hulk's got some problems in his lower tendons. Like Hulk needs to do some Pilates and stretch some of this stuff out. But meanwhile, let's not forget about the drama queen that is Abomination, because now when you thought that he got caught in the helicopter and rolled down. See, my thought is he had gotten off of it and it had crashed over there, and he was like, oh man, this is going to be so cool. I'm going to circle around, get behind the helicopter, jump on it, and then be like, roar! Oh man, this is going to be so good.
It is so... Okay, this whole motion of what he does, I totally forgot I even wanted to talk about this. It's just, it cuts to Hulk's walking towards it. It cuts to a static shot of the helicopter, and he just pounces on the helicopter with the body language and the physics of just the funniest 6-year-old boy you've ever seen, who just is like, ha ha,
boo, mom, rawr, I'm a monster.
Thank God. Okay, because the one thing where this would be ridiculous if there was no, thank God they put in some physics where the camera shakes a little bit as he you see some motion. But I almost wish they didn't, because it would make it even more ridiculous where he's just like, ha.
Yeah, but I gotta say, this does establish a pattern with the Abomination. Like we've seen him do this multiple times now.
Yeah, no,
like
totally.
he poses up on the bus. He's like, "Ha remember?
Yeah.
like this is an Abomination thing. Like because this is, but just I know we haven't even gotten to our main problem with this.
Oh yeah, this is not even it.
I just got stuck on this. I'm going to come back to this again and again. How is this Emil Blonsky? All the stuff we've seen. When did he do this at all?
No, exactly.
His personality has changed so much that I don't even recognize this as being Emil Blonsky anymore. It's just like the big green guy with the weird neck. He's not not tactical. This is not military. This is not what he was like at all. Drives me crazy.
You would say that it's because of his mind isn't the same, right? Like that it's been contorted in some ridiculous way. But there's no nuance to this at all.
No,
it's
it could be anybody.
Yeah.
So, but like you're saying though, there's a nice thing of the physics of it that like he poses again with his big foot on the thing. Like left foot forward. This is what I like to do. And then they cut to Betty and Ross inside, and they look up like, oh,
yeah, like something's on the helicopter.
Yeah, and it's like it's one of the two, and 50-50. Probably not gonna be the one you want. So he wipes some drool off his chin. So my note, oh, sorry, I got a little bit of something on that.
Well, he kind of. Well, I'm gonna tell you something.
I assume it's blood, but I mean, it's just. And
this is the Abomination we're talking about, right?
Yeah.
So it cuts to this close-up shot of him, kind of a little bit of a pan first, and then to his face. He rubs it off his thing, and he kind of has like a Ooh, this is gonna be a deep cut. He kind of has got like a Little Rascals sort of like, and now I'm gonna get you, Spanky.
Wow. All the places to go when you went to Little Rascals.
Oh, I'm sorry, everybody. But he does. He's got that sort of look, and he's kind of got his mouth is like just like the most ridiculous old villain thing where he tightens in the side of his mouth and the other side and he's just like, I can get you now. What is this?
And that's not the expression that we have a problem with.
Still
not there. So it cuts. So it cuts from him to the Hulk reaction shot, and here we come to it because the Hulk's reaction shot is so weird that, honest to God, I had to watch it multiple times to go like, what were they trying for? What is it supposed to be? And I'm like, okay, it's just me. Well, now here I am on the episode, and Rob and I do not talk about episodes before we record them. So Rob also now has the problem with this too. And I went on forums doing research about this, and other people were complaining, like, what is that? Like I found a thread on one of the Marvel fan sites, and it just went on and on of people like, oh, I thought it meant, well, I thought it meant. Like they're all confused about what it's supposed to be. So, okay, so here's what my interpretation was. Okay, so there's at least 3 expressions that go across his face. Okay. And the first one, oddly enough, like you talk about Little Rascals. The first one is, "Aw, jeepers!"
Yes, we see it right now.
It's like, and he looks at it and goes like, "Aw, nuts!" Like it's not like, "Oh, he's back." Oh, I mean, it's like, "Aw." I mean, it really is like a, "Gosh." The second one is, "Well, here we go again." Like, "Oh well," like. What are you gonna do? And the third one is, guess we're gonna fight. So that's the 3 expressions, and as I see them are, "Aw, jeepers," "Here we go again," and "Let's fight."
Oh no, wait,
Now tell me yours.
Because as we're looking at it, right? Okay, the first one is, that whole thing where both your eyebrows and your shoulders just go down, right? Of destitute, right? So you have that moment where it's like, oh, he's not dead yet.
Yeah.
But the side look where he looks to the side and just casts this look of, I hate my life.
You wish he would just turn to the camera and do a Jim Halpert, like, oh, well, Dwight's up to this nonsense again.
It's just so, I'm going to feel bad for him, right? Like, I mean, oh man!
Almost like he has to go, oh wait, I'm the Hulk, I'm supposed to be tough, and then he almost has to turn on the oh yeah, it's time for me to roar. Like he has to remind himself that he has to be, oh yeah, right, time to put on my tough guy face.
All I get from this is the worst, caricature of some actor who's way past, you know what I mean? Like, I got to do this job. I got a mortgage.
This is Adam West at a car show, oh man, I love Batman, but I gotta do it. Come on, Adam, you can do this. You can do this.
No.
Psyching himself up before he has to go out and appear, next to a Ford Continental.
Kyle, we're about to cross the streams. It's almost like a heralded award-winning actor who decides he's got to play a guy who has a bad case of the road rages. Now, if you're wondering what I'm talking about, there's the Saturday matinee episode from
way back.
Yeah, way back.
I say probably by the time they hear this, that movie will probably have come and gone.
Let me just say, just go back. Okay, these guys.
Yeah.
Okay,
Find us
everyone's
appearing
gonna
on the
love this.
Sat Mat, and you'll understand what we're talking about.
Just go back to Saturday Matinee from probably what, like May 16th,
Something like that. Yeah.
right? Just go back, watch that, listen to that episode podcast, listen to that. You'll understand what I'm talking about. There, I've just sent you on a little treasure hunt. That
Homework.
spoiler, not a whole lot of treasure is really a part of that. It's more of a hunt. Jesus. Oh, yikes.
So is that what you're seeing in that expression as well? I mean, like that's like, and like he just has to go, all right, game face on. So then, and then he just.
Honestly, it's the most craziest animated expression.
I feel bad. I don't want to, like, I know there's some animator out there who's like, I worked really hard on this, but like, honestly, I look at this and I don't know what they were going for. Like, sometimes I look at something and I go, all right, you're trying for this thing, you didn't hit it, but bravo. Like, you tried, like, and then, but I honestly, I look at this and I've looked at it a lot, and I don't know what their intent was. Like, what were they? What was the direction? What were they given that said, like, I want him to take a minute to go, oh man, I got to fight this guy again. All right, let's fight. And they just let him go. And then they went, Louis like, perfecto.
Do you think maybe there's a deleted scene where after
knowing this movie? Yes.
Well, no, there's an old shot.
Before you even finish the sentence. Yes.
He looks to the side. And then he just goes, forget this. And he just takes off.
He just pulls out a cigarette. No.
Oh, no. He waves his hand down at all of it. And he flies away. He just does a jump. He's gone. And Betty's there just like, what? I gave you money for a bus.
I sold my necklace for you.
What's the deal, dude? What happened? Anyway.
So after his a series of odd expressions, then the two titans on their battlefield of Greek glory head for each other again. So Abomination leaps off the chopper, and Hulk's like, yeah, I'm gonna get. Oh no, and he immediately gets slammed into a wall. It's like, man, Hulk, stop running at Abomination. Like, it never works. Like, good. Fear the spear, dude. It's not gonna happen. But immediately Hulk gets slammed into a wall, and then so Abomination's got him by like the forearm, and he's like pressing him into the wall, like right at his neck, and he can't move at all. So Betty manages to sort of pry herself out, and so there's a nice. I think this is a crane shot because it really is nice how it moves. So Betty gets sort of out, and she gets her head and like her left arm out, and then the camera starts moving away, and we see the predicament because there's leaking fuel and there's sparking engines. You don't want to get those two together because some stuff might happen. It's it's Perils of Pauline right there. It like shows exactly what the problem is.
I gotta say, okay, as we just rip this apart, and we apologize again because people work really hard on this. We understand that. This is brilliant.
Oh yeah, it's a nice shot.
In showing our the damsel in distress, our heroine, right here, to see that, okay, there's fuel and there's sparks, and wow, look at the juxtaposition of all these. The clock is ticking,
and it's all practical.
That's gonna happen.
It's all practical.
Oh, absolutely.
What we're seeing there, so as opposed to like the CG fest that's going on the other side of the building,
right?
The rooftop. This is all right. I mean, like real sparks shooting out for the thing, real liquid. I'm sure it wasn't fuel, but real liquid jumping out of there. Right. And Betty was actually in the helicopter on the set where they were somewhere in Toronto. So then Hulk is still pinned by the right arm of the Abomination. Basically, he's one-handing him, which is like our hero, ladies and gentlemen. But then he sees that Betty is in trouble, and this it sort of like starts to like oh man. But then what I like is when they cut to a close-up of Abomination, you can see that he's hurt. So like he's actually like scorched. There's a really nice shot where you can see it, and you can see like he's like blackened on one side of it too. Like he really took a hit when the helicopter came down.
Right.
So like he's healing, but he's hurt. So it's nice to see some change on the character.
Well, there is some real now, as I said, nuance, right? There actually are some really nice little nuggets here of nuance. So again, props. Not only do you see that damage to his face in terms of the Abomination, but that whole moment where we've zoomed in on what's going on with the Hulk, you can literally see the moment his eyes, the Hulk's eyes, go from Abomination to Betty.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
because that's slightly glowing green eyes, and so like
Yes.
in the light you can see the shift
right.
there, and then they cut to a great shot of Betty, like with some nice lens flare. But it's still not enough because the Hulk he kicks, he punches, he goes above the arm, below the arm. He's doing face shot. Nope, not doing anything. Abomination just pins him up against in there, and then gets to deliver a line. And I'm guessing the Abomination has really bad breath because he delivers this line right into his face, like they're nose to nose. And he says, "You don't deserve this power. Now watch her die." It's that die really hard.
Welcome to the party, pal.
And then he stabs his weird arm bone thing into Hulk's chest. Like he drops an elbow, I guess. Yeah. Like at least somebody's using his juddy bony things for tactical purposes. I'll take that.
If the Macho Man was like in extreme wrestling to the death fights, he would have had like, a blade on his elbow pad, and he would have just came off the top rope, and that would have been
that's right. So it's like right down in there, and with a squishy sound. And then on a final shot of the chopper sparking, we end the minute. So things are not looking good for anybody.
Not looking good for anybody, and I still don't know what the Hulk's thinking, but I mean,
right.
Who knows?
He's a man of mystery. But if you want to tell us what you think the Hulk was thinking in there, there's a place you can do that. And it's a little place we like to call Discord. That's right. We have our own Discord channel. We have a Marvel Movie Minute thread in there that you can talk about. Or if you talk about any movie-related trivia stuff, whatever you want to. We got a whole bunch of threads going on there. But seriously, take a look at Minute 98. See what you think the Hulk is, and then let's see if we can get some captions of like what do you think of like what the Hulk's expression is. Let's meme the hell out of the Hulk, people. You can do it over on Discord. Find it on nextreel.com/Discord. And
Discord, we should also add is the reason why Discord. Like, why would you go to Discord versus the Executive Lounge and Facebook?
Is it because Facebook is terrible?
Well, I mean, sometimes Facebook is not bad. I don't know.
I mean, the Next Real Film Podcast Executive Lounge is pretty sweet, but
that's pretty sweet. But even there, well, there's stuff,
Oh, you know why? You know why you should go there? Because your mom's not on Discord.
That's
boom
my point. Thank you. Exactly.
Joy's back here for minute 99. Hopefully things will turn around for our heroes because things are not looking good right now. And maybe we'll have some answers to what those weird facial expressions will mean in minute 99. The only way you're going to know is to listen. So hope you had a smashing good time. Until next time, true believers.
Bye.